Hey, I'm not sure if anyone's coming today.
Oh, yeah. Uh, Should we wait for another 2 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey, hi John.
everybody. Hey, Dan,
Day
Hammond.
one.
How are you guys?
Good.
Ah,
I can't stay long today. I'm just one of those. Yeah. One of those days.
okay. Okay, let's see if someone else joined. In the meantime, let's see. We have, oh, yes, create the. I suppose, Hammond, you want to discuss the RFC? Right.
Yeah, yeah, related to RFC only. Yeah, so basically, uh, so we had an approach of proxy launcher so that we can like have a launcher in our run image, like instead of explicitly having this RFC getting merged. I just wanted to check like whether that is a feasible one or not, and whether that can cause an error. So I can maybe just explain like what we are trying to do. Uh, yeah. So basically, just a minute. Yeah, so what we are trying to do is so to have our launcher in an image, and since basically we have a hyphen launcher flag in the creator binary of lifecycle, we can override the path, right? But we cannot give the path of something that is present in the user bin directory or in the run image, since that is not available at the build time. Yeah, so what we are planning to do is we will create a proxy launcher that will reside under the workspace directory, and its path is like what will act as a launcher path in the creator binary. Now at the serving time, what that proxy launcher will do, it will just invoke the launcher that is present in the run image. So it's like a two-way exec call. uh, just a pseudo code, as in like what it's gonna do is, uh, just I'll just paste.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
No.
just I'll just paste. So if you see this, yeah. So
Yeah.
the first thing is like we are passing this launcher path that is in the workspace directory, and here at the build time itself, as a part of one of the steps, we'll just create a, you can say, a dummy an exec script itself,
Mm-hmm.
which will just do an exec command at the serving time. So like on an higher,
Okay.
yeah, this is what. And like we have tested it, so it was working for some of our applications, but I'm not sure like whether this
Okay.
applications going forward.
But for this one, because the creator already exposed the launcher flag, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, okay. So during build time, during the build time of the application, you run this. You put this this launcher that is like creating at that moment the exact
Yeah.
um okay now uh, okay, so you end up with the application image in your hand with the launcher layer that
Mm.
has this new launcher, but then you still need you haven't solved your CVE's issue, right?
No, no, we can
So
solve that. Then we can solve that because now our launcher will be in a run image. Okay, the exact lifecycle launcher will be in a run image. So the customer's application won't see the CVs, and at the runtime, will able to patch the launcher through a run image swapping.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
During the runtime, you will be able to to swap that to swap the launcher layer. Is that what it means?
So, at the runtime, so we'll just swap the entire run image, and in the run image itself, we'll have the updated launcher whenever there's a new version release of it. That is like a run image itself will
Ah,
contain the launcher binary.
okay. So actually, yeah, you are doing what you want to do with the RFC then.
Yes, yes, yes. But we are doing it without having this RFC in place. We were just looking for like
Okay.
whether we can have an.
Okay. You okay. Yeah. Okay. You just figured out your workaround to do what you want without changing the spec on
Yes,
anything, right?
yes, yes.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I
Now
wanted
your
to.
concern is with the compatibility part?
Yeah, compatibility also. So the exec command that we are basically executing from here, so do we have some implications regarding this? Basically, I'm not very sure like how entirely launcher works, because it do pass some nvars like OS arguments that
Yes.
is
Yes.
required, right? So
Y-
yeah.
Yeah, I need Jesse on this one, but um let me think. Okay, so in theory, it is did you mention you mentioned you tested already locally or something and
Yeah,
it's
we
working?
tested. Yeah, we tested, but the thing is, like, we haven't tested on all our use cases. There might be some cases that whether we are whether like we have some direct equal to true or direct is equal to false processes, and behavior might change, right? Because launcher behavior.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, that's correct. Yes, there could be some cases where the application user is defining a different process or maybe sending something else as argument or whatever,
Mhm.
then in your exact part, it could be not as straightforward as you have it, right? Um, I believe that's the only thing. So let me think how we can think about it. What we can do is if we check like the contract exposed for the launcher, like if because this exact part, it's like you are putting like a dummy implementation for the launcher. Okay,
Yeah, right,
so
right.
in order for you to work in any case, what you
Mhm.
need to find out is the contract for the launcher,
Mhm.
how it's exposing, and then trying to make this exact thing uh, to handle those cases. I believe that if you do that,
Mhm.
like then it's okay. It's okay because you I mean, the real implementation for the launcher, you are going to delegate to the real one. So it's just exposing something that offers the interface for consumers and then pass through to whatever you have in the run image. So I
Right.
believe it's just that. I can help you checking
Mhm.
the spec
Mhm.
or checking even the implementation of the of I think I did it at some point, but probably didn't send you that information. But I can do that. I do not know if we have it explicitly in the spec repo,
Mhm.
but from the code in the launcher, we can like extract some interface that it's exposing. So I can give that to you, and
Mhm.
then you can try to tune your exact portion of thing. But that's okay. I think it's a really good way to work around all the discussions. I yesterday Terence was asking for the compatibility part. So if you can like avoid that path and do it in this way, I think it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, you want the launcher on the run image.
Yeah.
At least from Google perspective, that's the most uh, affordable way to swap that layer and then have all the workloads affected. So I can help you with that. I can help you trying to figure it out, the contract for the launcher, so
Right.
you can then move on with your exact approach and at least be like a little more confident on not breaking any other weird application that you can have.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
like for the compatibility issues, so the
Mm-hmm.
that you mentioned on the chat, so let's say the lifecycle version is X and the launcher is Y, and if
Mm-hmm.
X is less than Y, then we are always like good, right? We want we have
Yes,
yeah.
because in theory, unless the project says at some point that I know it will happen, that
Mm.
we try to keep compatibility for a number of versions backward. So at
Mm.
some point we will say, hey, this new launcher or this new life cycle do not support API versions, blah blah, and we
Mm.
deprecate those. But usually, yes, lifecycle will and the launcher will guarantee some portability, and you can be sure on that part. Yes.
Okay. I think then yeah,
Yeah.
I think we can go ahead with this, yeah, because that we
Good.
can.
If you want, please leave a comment on the RFC. Hey, we're gonna try this other approach, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So we can like hold on this RFC, blah blah blah, and yeah, we can keep helping you.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, so I think Jesse or the was working on making the launcher in Rust, right? You mentioned earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I know that he has
Mm-hmm.
a branch. He was working on it. Obviously, he's nervous because how do we test it?
Yeah.
So I know that his plan was like to do some acceptance test with pack and some
Mm.
acceptance test on the life cycle. But again, it's like the same thing. How do we know that we're not gonna break some,
Yeah.
workload out there with something? So I haven't discussed with him. I suppose that at some point we can we can give like an option for people to use the previous launcher and the new one, in
So
case for
basically,
somehow, yeah, to be able to roll back. Uh,
so
but I
basically,
haven't.
like maintaining both the Go and the Rust launchers, is it?
At some point, at least I know that. I mean, suppose we provide like, okay, this is gonna be the new launcher that the life cycle is gonna use, for any application that we build with this life cycle.
Mm.
If someone else was using the Go version of the launcher and it was working, and for somehow they try to upgrade, and then their application is broken because of the launcher change, we will have to define, hey, do we want them to go back to the to the previous life cycle version with the old launcher, or
Mm.
we wanna provide like, hey, at least for some period of time, you can like use the Go version of the launcher, in your app image if you need to roll back and keep moving forward. I haven't discussed with him, but that's one thing that could happen. I don't know exactly if the Rust version was running, if or running for some cases and failing for others. I haven't talked with Jesse, but I can ask and see how that goes. I know that this is something we want to do from in the past, and Terrence was working on it too, because they also have the same issue on Heroku, I think.
Mhm.
And so that's something I believe we want to push to move forward. Uh, so yeah, we can focus on that part. We can focus on. I mean, if we hold on this RFC because you
Mm.
have this workaround, I can help you with that part, and we can push with Jesse and the team to move on the Rust version. I think that's a good approach. Um, and obviously, once you have this solution in place, and suppose you manage to do it and you have it running for a few months and it's
Mm.
working, and you can say, hey, this approach is working, having the launcher the on the run image, and
Mm.
we've been swapping, and and it's working. I think we will have like more confidence to move on with the RFC, so I don't want to like abandon it.
Mm.
But if you find out a workaround to demonstrate that the approach works,
Mm.
in scale at Google, I believe it's fine. So yeah, let's do that. Please leave a comment that with this new approach you are gonna try. I will ping Jesse regarding the Rust implementation of the launcher, and I will help you trying to define the contract for the launcher so you can implement it on your exact approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like our plan is to not have a different release cycle for launcher, or is it always going to be coupled with the life cycle itself? And with Rust being in place, like we are entirely getting rid of Go. Like we'll have some time where we'll support Go and Rust both, but like our final goal is to have it in Rust only, right? Or is it like I'm not sure about like whether we'll have different cycles or something like
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure. I
that. Mm.
mean, let's see. We will have, I think we will have this launcher.
Mm.
I mean, life cycle is being shipped with the launcher inside of it.
Mm.
So when you use the life cycle and you want to build the application, the life cycle image has the launcher
Yeah.
inside of that image, and then it says, okay, this is your application, let me use this launcher. So the plan will be to keep that, I think, but instead of having because right now the launcher is just inside the same lifecycle repo. It's a Go binary. We compile it and we put it there. So it's gonna be a different repo under the CNB in Rust with that thing, and then it will has its own life cycle versions and stuff. Life cycle, I mean development life cycle.
Like it will be released as a different spec altogether.
It should. Yeah. I mean, that's the part that confused me because I don't know how much do we have an spec for the launcher interface.
Mm.
Uh, I think we have things that we've been doing in the launcher, and maybe we didn't put it on the spec. Because this is like the first time we are trying to decouple that thing. So
Yeah.
I'm really not sure. But what should happen is, yes, the contract for the launcher should be defined in the spec, and anything related to a different launcher, a different implementation, people should be able to put something there. And like you are doing, that's the reason for the launcher path during the creator, like giving people the capability to define their own launcher. Now, your major problem was that we create this layer on. There is a layer specific for the launcher in the app image, and you want to put it like,
Yeah.
how do we do to put that layer in a different place? Terence was talking about that yesterday in our lead channel, but something could be taken from there. So the idea you have, or the idea of rebasing the launcher, is something we want to move on, but we are still like thinking on these edge cases, compatibility. How do we guarantee those things? So, but for the launcher thing, I believe it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a new repo. We should take a look on the spec part, and 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 let's see what happened. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll update the RFC with the comment as well. And yeah, so like one thing is definitely can you if you can get me the this launcher thing.
Mm-hmm.
And second is for launcher lifecycle. If there is an no, sorry, like releasing launcher as a different spec. If there is an update or something, or if there is a discussion regarding it, like where
Yes.
is there a way like I can track this or something? Uh, or we,
To track the changes, apart from the RFC, for example, we have the RFC to do changes, but
mm,
if if we find out that the spec
mm,
is missing something, we could create also an issue in the spec repo. Like saying, hey, this part of the spec it's wrong. We don't have something defined on it,
mm,
and we should be able to create like an issue under the spec repo, and
mm,
then trying to fix it maybe with some spec changes to do that. To
mm,
that's easier because if there is some bug on the spec, hey, we definitely can fix it and
mm,
and release a new version. Um, so yeah, if there is something on the spec that it's not specified, the
mm,
spec repo and creating an issue there should be the place. If we want to modify something on the spec, but it requires like discussing like this thing we were doing, then the RFC. Usually the process is after the RFC is approved and merged, then
mm,
we go and create tickets and issues on the spec repo. Hey, you need to implement these changes for this RFC. But if there is something wrong in the spec, definitely we can create issues there and then move on and push people to fix them. So yeah, more or less that's the whole process.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. So
Good.
explore more on this approach, and we'll update the RFC as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I will check what I said. I do have something in place when I was trying to analyze your request. So I will ping you in the chat and
Sure.
give you that information, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I think that's it, man.
Yeah. Thanks much. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, keep
Okay.
in
Bye.
touch.
Yeah.
Bye.